Hello my friends, SAmaryllis here to play more Cinders. Today we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. I believe our 2 days grace without Carmosa is now over. She is back from whatever 2-day errand that she had, and I'm guessing I woke up at noon again as per usual now. Cinders didn't seem to think it was per usual, but to me, that's the usual for Cinders. Or do you need a special invitation to get out of bed? Get up! Get up! What time is it? Dawn already, and you need to get up right this instant. Oh, okay, so I woke up at dawn this time, thanks to Sophia. Not noon, at least. I bet Carmosa has something to say, right? Dawn is not a reason to yell at someone, and I'm sure it's reason enough. And I'm not sure it's reason enough to get up so abruptly either. 2 days without supervision, and you've already gotten lazy. Where would you be on your own, I wonder? Oh yes, do come in and spill your venom on me. Is there any actual reason for me to wake up at this hour, or is this just a social call on your part? Fine, don't get out of bed and see how it works for you. What do I care? This way it will be even more interesting. Okay, I'm sorry, and awake now. Would you please tell me what's going on? Carmosa's back. She wants us to gather in the hall. I'm wide awake and up now. You could have begun with that. Well, now you know. She brought a large package with her, and she looks like she means business, so hurry up. She always looks like she means business. I wonder what's in the package, though. What shape was it? Did it... Oh, just stop being nosy and hurry up, or we'll both be in trouble. Even if you were getting dressed instead of asking so many questions, you would already be seeing it for yourself. If you didn't stand there, yell at me, and stare, I would actually be in a position to get dressed. Fine, I'm leaving. Just hurry up. Don't be mean to Sophia, Cinders. I'm really sorry. I got here as fast as... Wait, where's Carmosa? In her study. She said she didn't have time to wait for you forever, and you kept her waiting for quite some time. Oh no, we wouldn't want Carmosa's magnificent plans to be foiled just because of Cinders' laziness, would we? You might rethink your attitude. Mother wants to speak to you. I can't imagine how that is going to be a pleasant experience, considering. She says she wants to speak to me. Why? Well, actually, she wants to speak to each of us. You're just supposed to go first. Great. When I finally get to be the first at something, it's something I don't want. It's like receiving gifts. Good in principle, yet always disappointing in reality. Why would she want to speak to each of us? And why separately? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, stop complaining, you two. And you should hurry up and go, Sophia. Unless you feel the need to make Mother angrier, of course. I wonder why Gloria's not going first. I'm going. I certainly don't like this. Carmosa seems keen on interrogating us and getting every detail of what happened while she was gone. If you did what you were supposed to, you wouldn't need to be nervous right now. Just a thought. Of course, because everything is fair and honest around here, and I certainly won't get blamed for things I have no control over. I think you do enough on your own, not to need any additional blame. Your constant rebelling should get most of Carmosa's attention. And how will Carmosa have an idea about who rebelled and what rebelling actually means, huh? You're not seriously suggesting that I would tell on you, are you? I'm trying so hard to do well here and take care of you two. Gloria, you said you would tell Carmosa that I was leaving the house like the first day that I wanted to leave, because I told you that I was leaving. Gloria. And Sophia, she wouldn't just stab you in the back like that for no reason. Would she now? Well, I certainly do not feel as safe as you describe. Okay, so my sister might have an interesting idea of fun. True, but I think we did start some sort of connection, albeit weak. I did notice you two were on better terms. I must admit I was wondering what the change was about. I'm not sure yet, but I certainly hope it's permanent, and not some ploy to lower my awareness. I like the feeling of having a sister. Oh, I'm so glad you say that, and I am happy that you and Sophia get along. Actually, I'm happy she is getting along with anyone. Happy? Why? You hardly ever talk to her yourself. Herself? Yourself? The fact I don't have a good connection with her doesn't mean I can't care. I do wish for her to be happy. I'm glad she's finally able to make friends. I had no idea you cared so much. You're full of surprises. I don't think I need to explain myself. I was just asking, but fine. Let's just wait for Sophia to come out and see what she has to say. Well, it's not like we have many alternatives. I hate waiting. This shouldn't take long. Carmosa's not someone to beat around the bush. True, she's always to the point. No excuses, no diversions, no mercy. Let's just wait. Alright, we're waiting. You're back. That was fast. Aren't you happy to see me? I'm fine. Sorry to disappoint you girls. So what was the talk about? You'll find out soon enough. It's your turn, and I wouldn't want to keep Mother waiting if I were you. Alright, I'm off. Wish me luck. You might need it, so good luck, sister. Good luck. So, how was it? Carmosa swoops down on you like a hawk and submits you to great physical torture and tests your endurance. At one point, she took this long needle and... Lovely. Thanks for that image, sis. Oh, you did get a little pale, but honestly, you'll be fine. So it wasn't that bad? Oh, don't get me wrong, it was no pleasure either. And Carmosa hatched a plan that will make me lose a lot of sleep till it's all over. This can't be good. I'm almost afraid to ask. What is it? Oh no, you need to be properly surprised when you hear it from Carmosa. That will prove I did not utter a word. But you don't need to worry too much. Only Gloria and I get to fail Carmosa on her ridiculously high expectations this time. As far as I know, you will not be involved. I never thought I'd be happy to hear that someone forgot about me. Then, let me add to your joy. I forgot about you and your little escapades when I recounted to Carmosa what happened during her absence, so you should be fine. I wonder what Gloria will tell. Aren't you worried? I'm not sure. She seemed alright when we talked, maybe a bit unsettled. I know, my sister. She doesn't show emotion until Mother orders her to do it, but on the inside she was raging. I think she might spill some of that into Mother's ears. The hell with that. These past few days reminded me of what freedom felt like. It was worth whatever punishment Carmosa might throw at me. You've either lost your mind or forgotten what Mother is capable of. Nothing is worth what she'll come up with to make you regret your actions. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? You're back. How was it? What do you mean? Well, was it, I don't know, unpleasant? Of course not. Why would it be? It was just a normal conversation. Normal for you, perhaps. Come on, Gloria. I can tell it wasn't that smooth. Stop being so nosy and start asking proper questions. Did Carmosa tell you about her plans? In fact, she did. Oh, of course she did. You're in that special little place on her lap. Sophia, please. Shush now, Cinders. So what do you think of Mother's latest great plot? You would think she had learned not to expect the impossible of us, or anything big, really. And maybe it's time to live up to her expectations. You are a grown-up now, Sophia. It's time for you to work on managing your responsibilities. Ugh, you're hopeless and stupid. Some of us are simply not built for greatness. Oh, if only you focused on doing something useful half as often as you do on sharpening that vicious tongue. You must speak plainly. I'm too stupid to understand complex sentences. Okay, so what are Carmosa's plans exactly? Oh, I'm sure she'll explain everything in a moment. Now hurry, don't keep her waiting. You know how angry she gets when someone's late. Oh yes, I feel like this is going to be quite an adventure. And I'm about to enter the beast's lair. There's Carmosa in her study. Didn't get the chance to root through her study for the will I wanted to find that, not Tobias. Perrault mentioned that there probably was. You called me? Yes, I did. Come in and close the door. I'd like you to explain something to me. I've just asked my daughters about what happened during my absence, and, to my surprise, I've got two conflicting descriptions. Oh, I knew it. Gloria, of course, she said something different. She said the truth, probably. Could you please explain me how you did spend the last 2 days? I visited friends in town and did some things I planned to do. You could say I took 2 days off. Oh, I didn't even have a choice. Cinders just goes for it. She's completely honest about it. So I have heard. I am still wondering as to the nature of the liberties you took when I wasn't here to direct you. I certainly hope you did not do anything foolish. However, one of my daughters assured me that you're much too level-headed to make a mistake like that. She did? Yes, I also thought it was unusual of her. So, I'm letting this slip. Was Sophia on my side this time, or Gloria? Sophia did say that, you know, she kind of defended me, but I guess now it's trying to make me question if I should trust Sophia. I want to trust Sophia. I like Sophia. But enough about this. This isn't the topic I wanted to speak to you about. It has to do with my plans for our family. 2 days from now, a grand ball will be taking place in the royal palace. Yep, I know all about it thanks to Perrault and the shady figure. Any royal business is very important, of course, but this particular ball will be very important even for His Royal Highness. It means very careful preparations. The Royal Masquerade. I might have heard about it, yes? Oh, you have. This is very surprising indeed. Is it? Recently, I've learned that it isn't that difficult to obtain sensitive information. One simply has to pay attention to what is going on around them, watch carefully who is meeting with whom. Especially when it comes to certain shady-looking characters, fetching rumors like a trained hound. Really? Well done, then. Perhaps you're not as thick as I thought. Let's hope you'll forge this little success in collecting information into a permanent quality, a quality which I'm sure you'll find useful in life. Being well-informed surely beats being kept in the dark. Folks say that truth shines like a light and ignorance is the darkest night. It's a fitting comparison. After all, night is the time of fear, vulnerability, and powerlessness. I learned quite a few things these days. I feel much safer and more powerful already. What matters here is that the ball is very near and there is little time left. It means that I will be expecting our entire family, and I do mean all of us, to give their best. By which I mean complete obedience. No questions, no dramas, no nonsense. This is much too important an event to be spoilt in such a silly way. Very well, and what is my part in this plan then? Will I be going to the ball as well, member of our family that I am? Don't be absurd. Royal affairs aren't your arena. I see. Then what is my arena, ma'am? Why, the house, of course. If everything goes smoothly, the ball should mark the point of our family coming back into high society. And that means one thing: guests. We will need combined effort to make the residence spotless, but your role in this will be crucial. I see, my lady. Would you also like me to hide in the wardrobe or pretend I'm a statue when the guests come? Or maybe being a statue would pose too much of a competition for your charming and intelligent daughters. I understand your anger and your reasons. Now you must understand mine. I put much time and effort into creating this opportunity for my daughters. I will not let them be upstaged by anyone. You may play all sanctimonious with me now, but either now or in 10 years you'll understand my perspective and you will agree with my decision. Also, I don't see a single reason to yield to your complaints if all I get from you is recklessness and childish moods. Start supporting the family, and maybe the family will do the same for you. You like to refer to all of us as a family, but only if it means I have to do something. Don't get all melodramatic, girl. You sound like a bad novel. Carmosa and Sophia, they love their bad romance novels. Even if I wanted to go, I wouldn't be able to prepare 3 young ladies for a ball organized by the future king. Do you have any idea how much a decent dress costs these days? No, of course you don't. Of course, how could buying a dress for the daughter of the rightful owner and head of the house be proper? Listen to me, girl, and listen good. I am the rightful owner of this house. And as unfortunate as it may be, your father, bless his soul eternal, is dead. No mother would put an orphan before her own children. She keeps trying to say family, and then in the next breath, she's like, you're not my child, so you're just gonna have to get whatever I toss to you. I am not just some orphan. And contrary to your real children, I am not afraid to think and speak for myself. You're truly blind if you really can't see my potential and how useful I could be. Also, for you. Enough of this idle chatter. We have a very important task ahead of us and little time left. Since you're thinking so highly of yourself and your skills, why don't you show us your pragmatic side and start cleaning the house and helping with preparations? That's it? Do you really believe that is all I can be good at? Demons, snap out of that constant daydreaming, girl, and start paying attention. Do you think that even if you were the lady of this house, you wouldn't need to keep it clean? Are you really selfish enough to believe that? Why do we have servants if they're not going to help keep the house clean? Like, what else are they here for? Besides, the terrible burden of dusting and doing the dishes is minuscule in comparison with my responsibilities. Be grateful for having such a simple life. Oh yes, very great. Shush, not a word. Get the girls together and call the servants. Wait for me in the hall. I will bring you your orders in a moment. Carmosa. Oh, are we sitting? Several hours later. What are they doing? Finally, it's so clean you could positively dine from it. Okay, so Cinders and Sophia were scrubbing the floors, that seems like. I'm tired, but it's still better than washing all those dishes was. I hate doing dishes. She's been back for a little more than 1 hour, and here we are, scrubbing the floor on all fours. Cleaning the windows, polishing silverware, twice. And dusting. Dusting everything. And did I mention doing the dishes? Oh, you might have. I hate that. Do you know what I hate? I hate the fact that I am here while my dear, charming, and wise beyond her age wonder of a sister is upstairs. Playing the little princess she will never be and trying on that ridiculous dress Carmosa brought her. First of all, you never saw that dress, and second, who knows, maybe the prince will fall in love with her and you'll end up being the queen's sister? I doubt even that amount of noble blood can make a person dense enough to fall for Gloria. Although, maybe if she kept silent? You're terrible. Besides, for all we know, the prince could be denser than lead. Also, I didn't know you cared about balls and dresses. Compared to this, I think I prefer the royal circus. I actually think Sophia and the prince might be a good match together. Like, Sophia is, you know, very cynical, but she always says what she means, and she does notice things, too, because... Well, maybe it's just because of the house dynamics under Carmosa's rule, but like a lot of people seem to forget that she's there and she notices a lot of things, and I think that could be what the prince is looking for. Sophia, I need to thank you for putting in a word for me when you spoke with Carmosa. I appreciate it. Oh, don't mention it, and don't overestimate my goodwill. I find myself just as surprised by my behavior as you are. I'm sure some dark power possessed you that brief moment you actually did something nice for another person. Anyway, I appreciate it. What are you two babbling about this time? Wondering why the hall isn't sparkling yet? Well, then stop talking and get to work. This place has to be worthy of the Emperor. You seem very confident that people will suddenly crave visits to our house, Mother, just because they will have met us at the ball? Will they be so taken by Gloria's charming sense of humor and my kind and sunny disposition? There goes my wonderful Sophia, always heavy as a storm cloud. Are you finished? Because there's work to be done. Also, frankly, dear, I had stopped paying attention to your theatrics a very long time ago. I'm sorry my acting isn't up to your standards, Mother. This ball is much more than a meeting. It is a chance for all of us to get firm footing in this world, and heavens know we could use some of that. I have waited for far too long and invested much too much to let this chance slip. So stop whining and start being serious about it. Or do you want to end up with no money and just the clothes on your back like Cinders here? Don't get your hopes too high. What did you say? Are you whispering in my presence? Nothing, Mother. Mother, where are you? I need you to see this. What is it again? There must have been a mistake, Mother. This dress isn't my size at all. It's too long. I'm sweeping the floors with my every move, and if I ever have to dance in it, I risk serious injury, or worse. Wow, personally, I think you look very pretty, Gloria. Cinders, are you being sarcastic or just honest? Very pretty indeed. Have your fun at my expense. You love to see me like this, don't you? Yes, I think I'm beginning to like it too, though the floors are already swept, I'm afraid. What is this? Demons, the man is clearly an amateur. I gave that crook all the numbers and made sure he got them right several times. I'm sorry, Mother, but I really can't go wearing this. What are we going to do? No reason to lose your head, Gloria. Perhaps visiting the tailor without you was a mistake after all. But we can still salvage the situation. There's still time. We'll all go to the tailor tomorrow and make sure he gets it right this time. A trip to the tailor, how very entertaining. Stop whispering behind my back and try your dress on. We have to know if it fits. And you, Cinder, stop loitering and get back to cleaning. Just great. Cinders do the cleaning while we try our new dresses on. Sure, why don't we all relax and enjoy ourselves while Cinders scrubs the floors and walls? I can't believe I'm back to this again. Cinders, don't say that. Sophia had to suffer with you almost the entire day as well, like while Gloria was trying on her dress. Come on. Those past few days have been amazing. Now I know there's more to life than this, and not only in fairy tales. I need to change something instead of just bending to Carmosa's will and going back to what is called normal around here. How can I just forget about freedom now? Because, let's be honest, Carmosa won't ever release me. She doesn't even consider me in her plans. I'm no one to her. Oh! What was that? Who would knock on my window at this hour? Some shady character it must be. Let's see. Hey, Cinders. It's me, Perrault. Ah, Perrault is visiting. And Perrault spelled his own name wrong. And he seemed like such a composed man. Oh well, let's do something about him before Carmosa kills me. Come inside before anyone sees you. Do you want to be a reason for domestic violence by provoking Carmosa into ripping me to pieces? I wouldn't let anyone hurt you. Oh, so you provoke violence to have something to resolve? Nice way to provide yourself with work. This way you'll always be needed. I'm sorry to bother you. You've hit a soft spot there. I have no idea whether I have a job anymore, or a purpose for that matter. Oh, is he coming to discuss the prince's ultimatum? Oh, what happened? I shouldn't bother you this late at night. I'm extremely sorry. No need to apologize. You're always welcome. But what happened? What brings you here? And how are you even able to find me? That is a lot of questions. You might consider a career as an interrogator. Finding you was easy, as it's not a secret where Lady Carmosa lives. I did have some problems determining the right window, though. I am afraid that I got it wrong the first time. So if anyone complains about burglars or weird animal noises... Perrault. Oh my god. Whose window did he knock on? I'll laugh at them and convince them it was their imagination. But what brings you here? Can we talk somewhere else where no one will interrupt us? Again, I'm sorry to bother you. It's just I have no one else to talk to. It's no bother. Would you like to go on a walk with me? I know the most beautiful place in the forest. Oh, so you can sneak out? That would be... thank you. Of course I can. Look. Okay, now we're at the lake. We're here. This is my place. Well, not really mine. It belongs to someone else, but I come here frequently. Yes, these woods are ancient and have been a part of the royal domain for centuries. Since the first king, they've always belonged to the crown. Cinders is like, oh yeah, welcome to my place. It's not mine, but I come here. And then Peralta's like, it belongs to the crowd. That's not what I meant. When I was little and my father was still alive, he used to tell me stories about fairies living in this part of the forest. Sprites or not, I can't deny the air this place has. It's very soothing. That's why I call it my place. I come here to relax. And I need that quite often. But you wanted to talk about something. I get the feeling it must be something disturbing. You were very quiet on our way here. Was I? Yes, I was. It's just something that happened yesterday. You might say I was caught off guard. Was there another fight in town? Did you have to... No, it wasn't a fight, and I didn't kill anyone. It was just a talk. A talk with whom? The prince. It's so strange that I'm going to discuss this with you. Watch the shady character still be around here and listening in. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to be nosy. If it's some kind of secret affair of state, then you're right. You shouldn't be telling me anything. It's not about secrets, and you're not nosy. I said it's strange because I don't know a single person other than you with whom I could speak right now. Now, isn't that odd? You told me yourself that your duty defines you. I guess friends don't really fit into such a picture. Perhaps I finally traded one for the other. What do you mean? My prince summoned me today. He told me about his plans. Plans for the kingdom, and for me. Plainly speaking, he told me that I'm no longer needed, that my position is obsolete, and that he wants me to take up another job, a different job. I see. And this new job would require you to do what, exactly? Lie. He wants me to become his master spy. I see. So what did you tell him? That I will think about his proposal. I can see you're very upset about this. Why is that? I thought you wanted to serve and protect the future king. And yet, you are clearly conflicted. That's what makes it so upsetting, the fact that I can't make a choice. I know my duty, and I honor my allegiance. He is my prince, and he has my sword and my bow. But not necessarily your forked tongue? Yes, I'm not made for intrigues and court politics, and even if I were, I don't think it's an honorable kind of duty. It must have been difficult to hear your liege ask you to accept it then. Not only that, he also said that there is no need for my current service. But this is everything I know, everything I am. I am trained to be the captain, like my ancestors before me, since I was a little boy. How am I supposed to change all of that for a hooded cloak? I don't know, it does sound like a life-changing decision. Maybe I should simply retire, leave the scene before I become a joke. The prince gave me that option as well. Whatever his reasons may be, I'm sure this wasn't an easy decision for the prince either. He did give you a choice after all. Carmosa doesn't ask me what I want. From what I gathered, you're more than just a subject to him. Perhaps you're right. So what would you choose if you were given the same choice? Oh, my first choice from probably the whole time here. I mean, I grew up differently than you, Peralt. My choice is going to be different from your choice, but I guess if I was in Peralt's shoes, I would probably retire because he's so unhappy about it. Like, he's so torn up about it, and I don't want Peralt to be sad. I'll say retire. If you really want to know my opinion, I think you should retire. Really? Why is that? Well, it is obvious to me that you served your liege outstandingly, and you really earned some time off duty. Time's changed, and your mission is accomplished. You made it. Now it's time for you to rest and think about yourself, your life, and what do you want to do with it. You're being very nice while calling me a useless relic of the past at the same time. Don't be ridiculous. A man of your skills, I'd say the world is wide open right there in front of you. I also think that the prince must realize this. That's precisely why he presented you with a choice in the first place. I don't think I'll be making up my mind yet. This is simply too new. There's something else, too. I always thought about myself as a man of duty and honor. You might have mentioned that in our conversations, yes? That's exactly how important it is. It was, for me. But now that I am given a new duty, I have trouble accepting it, and I think I know why. You do? Yes, it's because I'm not a man of my duty at all. I'm a man of the sword, and that's what has been making me so devoted to royal service. But once it's gone, I'm not so good at taking orders from the prince. It wasn't honor that kept me at his side. It was pleasure. I was doing my duty because I was enjoying it. Which I'm guessing is a bad thing? Of course it is. Duty and honor stem from discipline and self-sacrifice, not preference. But doesn't fun make things, well, funnier? Apparently, yes. Besides, you're obviously very good at being one thing, a warrior. This may be true or not. However, I'm sure I'm not good at being a politician. I just don't have what it takes to manage to lie all the time. Manipulate others, yes. I was never good at it and I seldom tried. It's just not who I am. I think that condition's called moral backbone and it's only curable with money. I don't care about money. Then I'm afraid you'll have to live with it and hope it won't be terminal. Congratulations, we've just determined that you have a heart. It may mean only one thing. You are a man of ideals. A man of ideals would accept his prince's offer without a second word. No, I'm not him. I'm what you said, a relic, a knight stuck in his little fantasy world where duty is pleasant and no one is ordered to lie. I want to follow my code, which tells me to obey, but I can't obey because it means I would have to break another kind of code. But it may all just be a front, because apparently I only do things for fun. Alright, now this is just too much. Stop this right now. The situation isn't easy, but you shouldn't complain about the choice you were given. I wasn't complaining. Yes, you were, dear Captain. Even though it is not so bad, you know all you need to know to make up your mind. On the one hand, you can put your duty first and let go of your morals, or honor, as you like to call it. On the other, you can hold true to your values, but lose the role which defined you. The choice is clear and simple. Which weighs more in your mind, duty or honor? You said it yourself. It is duty that defines me. Yes, but roles change, and the same is true for definitions. I'd say you put quite the defensive morals just a minute ago, so I think that your honor, your morals, are what really define you. Thank you for your words. You gave me more than I expected. It does seem clearer now. I'm glad to have helped. Maybe it is indeed time for me to end this kind of living. Perhaps my mission, my family's mission, is over. Maybe I should just live, find myself the right woman, and focus on being a good man. Although the right woman part might be a bit challenging. No! Okay. How about me, though, Perel? How about me? I don't think she's that difficult to find at all. I think she's closer than you think. Huh, my neighbor, perhaps? Oh, you mean yourself. Leaving this charming place with a talented warrior who's also very easy on the eye and happens to value my judgment? I know of worse fates than that. This kind of life you speak of. Yes, I can see it vividly. Only now I understand how determined you are to flee from your house. It's true, but it's also true that I could do it in several ways. And the one having you in it is exceptionally attractive to me. Are you serious about it? I think we're both equally serious about wanting to say goodbye to both this town and our duties. Yes, I can see that now. It does sound tempting, leaving all this behind and just trying our luck, looking what fate has in store for us, both of us. But this isn't all there is to it, is it? Oh, what do you mean? I hate to be asking you this, but did you just steer this entire conversation to make me aid you with your goals? It does seem a bit like that's the case, but I'm not sure. Yes, I can see how it may look that way, and I understand how you would be worried. However, I can give you my word that I honestly and genuinely did my best to advise you. I told you what I really think is the best choice. Maybe I did this for myself, frankly. I can't be sure about that myself. I want to break free very much. If I seem a little bit desperate to you, it is because, well, I am, and you are someone I can trust. It's alright. I have no doubts about your honesty. But I still need to sort this out on my own. I will think about your offer, though. Thank you, Cinders. This has been very helpful. You listened to me and addressed my doubts. I am grateful. It's been a pleasure. You helped me all you could, and now it's time for me to think about it on my own. Should I escort you back to your residence? Thanks, but that won't be necessary. Since I'm already here, I think I'll go and visit my mother's grave. It's nearby, and as someone recently pointed out to me, I should start taking care of it more diligently. So, you're just going to go for a little stroll to the cemetery? You really are something else. I guess it isn't the first time you snuck out at night, though. Besides, what harm can the dead inflict upon you, right? Exactly. In that case, may I at least accompany you on your way to the cemetery? Of course, why not? Okay. Oh man, okay, so a lot of things happened. I decided to express my interest in leaving with parole. Told him that I think he should retire. And I guess things are going full swing for the masquerade ball, so we'll see where that ends up going. But for now, I'm gonna have to stop here. This has been SAmaryllis playing Cinders. I hope you've been having a good time following the series so far, and that you have a great day today. Remember to be kind to yourself and to others. Goodbye!